Ha.
What's up?
I'm so sick of seeing same decks over and over again on ladder.
Oh, I have a deck just for you.
Really?
Exodia Daddy for strikers.
I think you need to stop mixing weird stuff to strikers. So what's good about this deck?
There are quite a few benefits. You can farm all 3 secret missions at once. They are Demon Title, which require you win on first turn kill 5 times. Forbidden 1 title, require winning the duel using Exodia the Forbidden 1 victory condition. Tactician title, which require win duel by special victory. Now let's go over some stats. The win rate is about 60%. I have managed to rank up 4 times recording matches. Within it, 40% of the time able to make Exodia, and 20% of the time opponent surrender. But if you plan to climb to Diamond 1, there are better decks out there.
I have never seen someone playing this deck on ladder.
This is my own variation of Exodia Striker, a truly unique and super fun deck in this environment. However, the downside is also being unique. People often pause and start reading what the heck I am doing. One last good point to say is because of the winning condition, we actually get lot more experience points. Good for farming level and collect legacy packs, gems.
Before card explanation, let's go over a gameplay.
Duel start. We don't want to see Toon Masked Sorcerer open hand, otherwise a pretty good hand.
Although they are also used in Eudemon, Chicken Game is pretty rare you are to see.
Ideally we want to pull Sorcerer from Toon Table of Contents, now using it as banish cost for Allure of Darkness.
So the reason why you didn't use Spellbook Magician of Prophecy is to open the monster zone for Striker spell.
That's correct, although if all Spellbook cards go through we would left with empty board. But I fear opponent negate, even if we can link into Almirage. Spellbook of Knowledge still require a Spellcaster or Spellbook card as cost, as you've seen here.
Wow, Bamboo Swords combo. When you control a Bamboo Sword, Golden Bamboo would draw 2 cards.
Since Chicken Game is not once per turn, and pseudo space is, use it to copy the effect is basically running 4 copies of Chicken Game in this deck.
Here is better to use Engage first, because it is a search effect. If we don't have a searchable card left in deck, would basically render it a dead card.
Same thing goes for Cursed Bamboo Sword. Reason why Striker is so good for this deck is, we can attach it and switch to other Link Striker to trigger the Send to Graveyard effect and search for other Bamboo Swords.
I see, timing is important here to avoid running out of searchable cards. Then we just shrink the deck size down with all these spells, eventually left with all Exodia pieces.
For some reason, I feel like last piece being the last card happens way more often than it should. Is the game tickering with probability?
Now let's go over each cards and how you play this deck.
Since we run a lot of draw spells, in order to speed up the process, let's break them down to 3 different categories. Category 1 is search effect spells. We want to use them first because if we run out of searchable card in deck, then they become useless.
But there are chance we just have them open hand.
That's why we are running Gold Moon Coin and Magic Mallet for those truly unlucky case. Category 2 is cards that adds multiple cards.
Why is the priority higher than single draw?
Couple reasons. 1. Some cards you can actually end up not being able to draw if you left with 1 card in deck. Second, you would open up more options if you have more cards in hand. Of course there are special cases. For example, if you know opponent has negate, you can test bait them out with lesser priority card. That leaves us with category 3, single draw.
So if I understand this correctly, if we have all 3 categories of draw cards in hand, we want to go in order of category 1, 2 then 3?
Exactly. It is now part of structure deck, so you should have no trouble getting the card. Category 3, add Spellbook of Secrets using his effect. Then use Secrets to add Knowledge. Use Knowledge to banish Prophecy and draw 2. Effectively shrinks deck size down 4. Used for search condition of Engage. Also double as banish cost for Allure of Darkness. Pretty good as stall as well, since she revive herself from grave when Link Striker is removed from field. Category 3, shrink deck size down 1. Category 1, since it can search itself, we want to pull Sorcerer last. Then use it as cost for Allure or Moon Coin, effectively shrink deck size by 3.
A staple you should be very familiar now. Category 1, shrink deck size by 1.
There are some truly unlucky moments where you start hand with Exodia piece or the search target cards. In that case, use mallet to recycle your hand.
Category 2. Simple draw 2 and banish 1 dark monster. Same for draw 2.
There might come time for you to stall the game. In that case, be careful of using this, since it would discard your entire hand. Very nice stall card. Prevent opponent OTK you for 1 turn.
Unless they are also using special victory condition to win. Category 1. Shrink deck size by 2. Can be recycled using Kigali.
Didn't know you know about Sky Striker.
Well, it is pretty common card.
As discussed before, useful to dump the dead cards to opponent and draw 2. We don't care about them having more card if we just gonna win this turn.
Even though by itself doesn't do anything, but it is searchable by Cursed Bamboo effect.
One little trick is you can still attach to opponent monster to use Golden Bamboo Sword effect. Category 1. Use to trigger Golden effect. In most cases, attach to Striker and Link Switch to purposely destroy and use the search effect.
Copy Chicken Game effect.
Shrink deck size by 1. Also very good stall card if you can't first turn kill. You'd be surprised how many don't read its effect.
It usually just gives impression of draw 1 card.
See first line. The player with lowest life point takes no damage. I have had opponent attacking me then pause for good minute wonder why I don't take damage.
Use as target for engage.
Also oftentimes is how you start the Link summon, because your normal summon may be consumed by the spellbook monster. Next, let's take a look at a case where we don't first turn kill.
Looks like opponent break his turn.
Since we also can't do anything with this hand, start with mallet to recycle the entire hand.
Looks like another unlucky moment with 2 spellbooks on hand.
Since all searchable card are gone for prophecy, directly use knowledge and send it as cost.
Using Allure and Banish Ray as cost.
Oh lovely chicken game. Normal summon Ray and attach Bamboo for search. Continue on with Chicken Game and Goblin Overlord.
Since using Gold Moon coin sending Exodia would be forfeiting the win condition, go into Shizuku to grab engage and hope for the best.
Good thing is we have Chicken Game and Ray in graveyard.
Notice opponent also chose to use Chicken Game to draw card, which means they cannot do damage to us now unless destroy on field Chicken Game.
It is very rare to see an Evil Eye player. Speaking of that, I actually have a royal copy of Evil Eye.
Since an on-field striker is destroyed, trigger Graveyard Ray effect to summon herself.
I am not familiar with Evil Eye. All I see is opponent continuous spell keeps pumping their attack. Trigger Ray quick effect on attack declaration, link into Kana and disable the attack. The other one is not targetable because Evil Eye spell.
Note that we did not take damage because Chicken Game effect.
We have 1 day of peace which will buy us another turn, although I do plan to end the game this turn, so using it to bait any possible negate.
Here is the Engage Kigali Engage route you should be very familiar.
Note that while getting Engage off Engage sounds good, but we actually ran out of searchable cards in deck, so we can't use it anymore. In this case it would be used as cost for Gold Moon coin.
Using up Golden Bamboo effect, then purposely break Cursed Bamboo. Turns out we also ran out of searchable cards here. Note that you should break it if there is only 1 searchable bamboo in deck left, since Broken Bamboo is also searchable.
Here you see Toon Table being very good at shrinking down the deck size. It would immediate satisfy Striker spell's second condition if we open hand with 1.
Some records you see here are not optimal play, since this is early recording and we should have used Allure here.
Remainder are some additional gameplays. I have been running this on ladder for fun, so we will follow up with more gameplays against specific deck. Although things you do doesn't really change regardless what deck you play against, and potential changes I might introduce. Thank you for watching. This is an example if you didn't follow the category priority draw order, although dumping 3 and then searching 3 out of 4 with last card still being last piece is truly bad luck.